All right, safety. This is the goggle cabinet. These are the goggles. Notice how nice and neat. Please make sure you put your goggles back the same way. Before you do a lab, before anybody starts with any kind of glass or anything, you're going to take goggles out, put them actually over your face. They should fit nice and neatly over your eyes, not up here. That's not going to protect you if something happens. Keep them like this until everything in the class is put away. All the glassware has been washed. I've seen so many kids take a piece of soapy, slippery glassware and accidentally drop it into the sink. Pieces move back up into their face and could potentially damage their eyes or scratch their face or something. So make sure you keep your goggles on all the time and not on top of your head. Next thing, if something does get into your eyes, it shouldn't because you have the goggles on, but if something does, you're going to rush over. Somebody will probably help you also because you might not be able to see so well. So you're going to rush over to the eye wash. When you get to the eye wash, there's all sorts of different types of eye washes in the school, but basically there's going to be some sort of lever or handle that you or somebody near you or the teacher will push on it, and then the water will start shooting into your eyes. In this case, you just pull the handle and the hose and squeeze the handle, and then the water will pop off the little caps here, like that, and then the water will shoot out into your eyes. You need to do that for at least 15 to 20 minutes. During that time, somebody will be running down to the nurse to get the nurse, house principals, whoever needs to be here, and everybody will start taking care of you. The next thing is if you have a bigger spill, splash, whatever, you need to actually take a shower. Think about what wet jeans feel like. If you spill some sort of chemical onto the material, it's going to end up sticking to your body. You don't want that, so those clothing items are going to have to be removed. Obviously, everybody will leave the classroom to give you some privacy, but you need to take off those contaminated clothes, and then you need to stand under the shower, pull down on this handle, and the water will go everywhere. It's not a nice, neat shower. The water will end up all over the place, and there's no drain on the floor. So please don't test this. Just don't pull a little bit, because if you do, you're going to end up with a big disaster. We'll only use this if we obviously have to in an emergency situation. Next, we have a fire blanket. If something does happen in your clothes, let's say you're doing a lab and you have a big fuzzy sweatshirt on or something, your sleeves catch fire, you don't have your hair in a ponytail, and your hair catches fire, it needs to be extinguished by smothering and preventing the oxygen to getting to the fuel and burning. So we're going to take a fire blanket, open up the little handle, pull the fire blanket out, wrap the person. Obviously, if you're burning, you're not going to be wrapping yourself. Somebody else will help you. But wrap that person up in the fire blanket, and it will prevent oxygen from reaching the fuel, and then the fire will be extinguished. So there's your fire blanket. This is the fire extinguisher. It is very heavy, so if you're not super strong, please don't bother taking this off the handle there. If a fire does break out, everybody will be leaving the classroom. However, if you happen to be closest to the fire extinguisher and you want to grab it, feel free. You could either start the process or just hand it off to the teacher, or everybody will evacuate and we'll leave it to the fire department. But if you ever do use a fire extinguisher, remember that it is super heavy. It's not something that you're going to be able to maneuver easily. You have to remember the acronym PASS, P-A-S-S. The first P stands for pull. You're going to pull the pin. So the first thing you do is take out this pin. Notice that it is right now attached with a little zip cord. You're going to break that, and that's the fire department's way of knowing that this has been checked and has not been used. If you do pull that pin and start squeezing it, you're going to release a valve, and that valve is going to allow the chemicals to leave here under high pressure. If you do pull this pin and start squeezing this even a little bit, you're going to puncture that valve, and the pressure is going to come out. It may leak out slowly, but when you do need it to come out all at once because of a fire situation, and you've already punctured that valve or that seal, then you're not going to have any more pressure left. So you can only use a fire extinguisher once. Once you squeeze it, it's done. You can't reuse it again. It needs to be checked by the fire department and refilled and so forth. So anyways, PASS. P, pull the pin. A, P-A, A stands for aim. Take the little hose and you're going to aim it at the base of the fire. Don't aim it up at the top, aim it at the base. P-A, pull the pin, aim, and then SS. Squeeze, you're going to squeeze the handle here, and then you're going to sweep back and forth. You just don't want to shoot it right in the middle of the fire, because then you'll send half the fire this way and half the fire this way, and now you have two problems instead of just one in front of you. So P, pull the pin, A, aim, S, squeeze, and S, sweep back and forth. And then we'll try to get the fire under control. The fire department will come and take over, but by then you will be out of the building. Next thing, last thing, is the gas shutoff. There is gas running through the pipes underneath all the cabinets. When the teacher wants to start the lab with the gas, with the Bunsen burners, the teacher will come up here and turn the reset button here with a special key. That starts the gas flowing. If you want to stop the gas from flowing, you hit this gas shutoff. Anybody can hit this. If there's some sort of problem and you happen to be closest to the gas shutoff, you rush up here and hit it, and that'll stop all the gas, and within seconds, you'll see all the Bunsen burner flames just kind of die, and that'll be that. Okay? So that's safety. Goggles you have to wear all the time. Know where the eye wash is, 15 to 20 minutes rinsing. Know where the shower is, 15 to 20 minutes rinsing. You also have to take off any kind of clothes that are contaminated. Know what the fire blanket is for. Remember, we want to smother the fire. Don't let the oxygen in anymore. Know how to use a fire extinguisher. Know that it can only be used once. And then remember, pass, pull the pin, aim, squeeze, and sweep back and forth. And then finally, the gas shutoff.